You don't have to face it alone. Preparing support for when lows arrive. It is so important that we surround ourselves with people, places, and things that bring us comfort and help to pull us out and give us that extra boost that we may need when we are pretty low or feeling some other kind of heavy emotion. So, this is the final episode, episode 8, in Triggers and Patterns, an area of depression and understanding my lows. So, triggers and lows are part of living with depression. And honestly, triggers and lows are just a part of the majority of people's lives out there. So, no matter how much awareness you build, they'll still show up sometimes. And that is okay. The difference is this: with a safety net, you don't fall so far. You don't have to rely on willpower in the moment. You already have support ready to catch you. And this episode is about creating your own safety net. So when a trigger hits, you know, I have tools, I have people, and I do have a plan. So where do we start here? Well, what does a safety net actually look like? A safety net is a mix of resources you can lean on when lows feel heavy. So that's people, friends, family, therapists, support groups. Practices, grounding techniques, journaling, breath work. Spaces, a calming environment, safe rooms, nature, and also we can make a safe space in our mind so that when we need to and we can't get up and go somewhere, we can go there in our minds. And objects, comfort items, playlists, or notes to self. Here's a gentle reminder: support isn't weakness, it's just preparation. And I know we prepare for so many things in life for us, and this is just another area that we should really be prepared for. So, where do we go next? Well, building our personalized net. So, make a list of your go to supporters in each category. One person that you can text without pressure, one grounding exercise that helps you feel safe, and one place where you feel calmer. And then one object that brings you comfort. So keep this list somewhere easy to see, ready to get to, right? Whether that's you put it on your wall, you have it on your nightstand or dresser, or you have it in the note section in your phone. Like a note or a card in your wallet could even work. So here's an anchor thought. When I can't think clearly, my safety net will remind me that helps. So where do we go next from here? Well, we're going to practice before the storm, right? It's always a great idea to have tools ready to go before you're in the situation. That's why you start tuning into your body when you first wake up during the day or other times during the day, so that you start noticing where you're feeling things in your body. So when you get into situations, we know this. We know as soon as we feel like our hands clenching in fists, we're going to get angry or frustrated. And we need to pause because we may not be able to really hear what the other person is saying, and we may not be logically thinking any longer at that point. And so preparedness is always great. An athlete would not go out into competition, whether that's on the football field, on a jiu-jitsu mat, basketball place, right, without being prepared. Because if they go out there without being prepared, they will for sure not do great. And it could come at great risk to their own body because they haven't conditioned themselves as well. And so just like an athlete or somebody in a professional industry, we are always prepared before something happens. So use your safety net even when things feel okay. So it becomes second nature to you. Reach out to your safe person before you're in crisis. Journal on a good day, not just the hard ones, and visit your calming space regularly. This builds trust and makes the tools easier to grab when a trigger does show up, because it will inevitably show up. That is not the issue. The issue is, how prepared are we going to be? So here's a reframe. My safety net isn't just for emergencies, it can be a daily support for me. Here we are at the end, so let's wrap up and recap. So you are supported. Triggers may still come, lows may still arrive, but with a safety net, you're no longer facing them unprepared. You've walked through this series spotting emotional, environmental, thought, and body triggers. You've mapped the patterns and you learned how to respond with care. So now you know. Understanding your lows gives you more power to meet them gently. Here's the comment section. So comment anything on building a safety net for your triggers, anything on understanding your lows, on depression, triggers and patterns, or any heavy emotion you might be going through right now. And if you're having a hard time thinking up a comment, here's a question for you. Who or what is a safety net for you? Remember, your triggers don't define you. Even if we mess up and choose a negative reaction instead of a positive one, that still does not have to define us. We still have choices to make. Your safety net reminds you you are supported, you are resilient, and you are not alone. So if this video resonated with you today, take a breath before you go, let what you heard settle in. You're not alone on this journey, and you definitely don't have to do it all at once. If you're feeling it, like this video so more people can find it, subscribe for new content every day of every week, and remember, here we take tiny steps, we do real talk, and it's honest healing. And if you made it this far, you get to hear about the journals and the children's books I've created. So these journals, again, are just hand in hand with these videos to help increase healthy behaviors, decrease unhealthy behaviors, and maybe make us aware of some things that we're not really aware of. There's an anxiety journal, self-love, self-discovery, self-discipline journal, and a beach-themed journal. And then there's a children's book, Luna, the Brave and the Lion. This is where your child discovers what bravery, courage, and a spark within is. And then, of course, there's worksheets at the end for them to write and understand where does their own bravery come from, their own courage come from, and their own spark come from. This is really to set the stage to get started on the fact that we do have what it takes inside of us to do brave things and to push through those hard times when they inevitably show up. Then there's a children's workbook where your child gets to learn what are some of their own emotions they have, where do they feel them in their body, how can they learn to control them, and what are some negative thoughts, and then write down some positive thoughts to go along with it. Many other pages for them as well. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great day.